Yesterday, somebody asked me to finish this sentence. I am. And for the first time in a very long time, I didn't know how to answer. Welcome to my 90-day journey to becoming her. This isn't about becoming someone new, it's about remembering who I am. And for the next 90 days, I'm choosing intention over autopilot, presence over pressure, and identity over expectation. This is the season of becoming her. Welcome. So, I was at a Bible study yesterday, and the person who was guiding the lesson asked us to answer one simple question. Who are you? Not what you do, not how you feel, not who you are responsible for, just complete the sentence I am. And I realized something that really surprised me. I know my values, I know my boundaries, I know what I want. But when it comes to answering who am I without roles or labels or expectations, I froze. And that's when it clicked. Knowing what you stand for isn't the same as knowing who you are. Our values guide us, our boundaries protect us, desires move us forward. But identity, identity it's deeper than all of that. If I want to become her again, the grounded, confident, peaceful version of me, I can't just add better habits or routines. I have to remember who I am, not who I've been programmed to be, not who I should be, but who I am beneath all of that. I don't think we discover who we are by doing more. I think we remember who we are by slowing down, by peeling back the layers, by questioning the stories we inherited, by creating space to listen. If you're watching this, I want to invite you into a moment of reflection. Ask yourself, who am I when no one needs anything from me? Who am I when I'm not trying to prove, fix, or perform? What part of me feels ancient, familiar, steady? And let one word, image, or feeling to come up. You can also try this simple identity audit. Write 3 lists. 1. Who I was, who I was thought to be. Number 2 is who I chose to become. And number 3, who am I remembering? And as you answer these questions, pay attention to what feels heavy and what feels true. For me, this realization opened the door to something deeper. I realized I needed to release the identities I've been carrying that were never mine. And that's why I created an EFT tapping practice to help me and anyone who feels called embrace who they truly are. Doing this work made me realize that becoming her isn't about adding more habit. It's about asking the right questions, the one that brings you back to yourself. So here we are. Question number 1. Who am I when no one needs anything from me? When no one needs anything from me, I'm quiet, I'm present, and I'm intentional with my time. I love being outside in stillness, which is rare right now, especially with a toddler. But when I get those quiet moments or I can do them with them, I don't want to feel them. I want to just be with nature, be with myself, be with my kids. I love to read, I love to color, I love to journal. I just love to connect with the nature. And there is something about slowing down that feels like coming home. What feels true even when no one agrees? Well, lately I found myself in a place where not many people understand what I'm doing. I've been judged, I've been called selfish, I've been mom shamed, but only because I don't want the conventional lifestyle. I want slow mornings, grounded and intentional. I want to unschool my daughters. I want to cook fresh, homemade, whole meals. I want to be present with my children. I want to raise them. And I want to work on my terms. I want to be in control of my time, my schedule, and my life. And even when no one agrees, this has felt right in my body for a very, very long time. Question number three. What part of me feels ancient and familiar? Well, something surprising has been happening lately. I've been feeling deeply drawn to very old times, like 1800s specifically. And over the past few months, I've had the chance to visit old places, and every time I'm there, I feel at peace, I feel grounded, and I feel like I belong. It's just strange, but such a beautiful feeling. And it's made me realize something important. I don't think the life I thought I wanted is actually my root. Luxury is in my origin. Simplicity is. Nature is. A grounded, intentional life feels ancient in me, like it's always been there. Question number four. What identities did I inherit versus the one I chose? Now, this part is still unfolding for me, but some things are already clear. One, it's money. The way I think and I feel about money doesn't fully align with who I am becoming because I inherited those beliefs from my parents and from generations before me. Another one is the hustle mindset. Get a job, work endlessly, work until you die. I remember my grandmother working almost until her very last months. She was tired and she should have been resting, enjoying her last years of life. But there she was, still working. And I don't judge that. But I also know life is meant for more. We are meant to live, not just pass by and survive. Health is another inherited pattern. Movement, nourishment, intentional eating. No one thought about that. So it makes sense that sometimes I fall back into old patterns because these things are learned and I learned them. And I'm learning them now, actually. The fifth question is if I remove all the shoots, what remains? When I remove all the shoots, what remains is a very quiet life, a slow life, a present life, a life that feels blissful, peaceful, grounded, a life lived close to nature. And that feels like who I am. If this resonated with you, you are not alone. This work, the identity work, is something I go deeper into inside my Don't Play Small membership, which will be live next month. There, you will find the full EFT practice, guided reflections, and tools to help you come home to yourself. Tools that I have used to come home to myself. And maybe today, you don't need to finish the sentence perfectly. Maybe it's just enough to begin with I am remembering.